Repetition in music can mean many things depending on the context and the genre. It can help structure musical components, emphasize an important lyric and emotion, establish grooves and patterns, and it simply makes your song more memorable. But the question is repetition genius or is it kind of lazy? Tune in to find out. Before trying to answer the question, I thought that it would be a cool idea to look at the psychological side of music and how it affects our mood and our brains. Well, on the musical side, when a melody or a rhythm repeats, it creates a sense of comfort, making the song more memorable. But on the psychological side, research suggests that repetition can trigger the release of dopamine, which can explain why catchy songs often become hits. This technique can also provide a sense of stability, which relaxes and reduces stress. Electronic music, dance pop music, stuff like that will make me like automatically feel good. Listening to a song like that has a lot of repetition in it can definitely make you feel good. Repetition can come in many different forms and styles. So if you're an artist looking to add repetition to your song, which type of repetition should you choose? So there's a common one that's literally just called literal repetition, where the exact same musical phrase is repeated multiple times in a row, often referred to as the song's hook. And today I'll be using my song Attached to Me that you probably heard in the beginning of this video. And I purposefully made this song to be something that could be catchy and something that would just like repeat the same thing over and over again. And I believe that I not only repeat the chorus, but I also repeat the hook. That's kind of an acting verse. Dance pop song sounds better when you repeat your phrases rather than if you were to have a different set of words for each line. Then you have variational repetition, which repeats a musical phrase with slight variations and subtle changes. For this example with variation repetition, I'm going to be using my song called Bother. And specifically in the chorus, I say, I just feel like I feel like a bother. I'm sorry. I just feel like I feel like a bother. I just feel like a bother. So when it storms and I want to inform you, I hear alarms. You're a heavy talker. I just feel like I feel like a bother. Just feel like I feel like a bother. Such a bother. Feel like a bother. Such a bother. So I would count that as a repetition because I only really changed that like one little lineup. So yeah. And then the last one that I found interesting and one that I also use is called oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher this. So cyclic repetition, which involves the repetition of an entire section or sequence of a song commonly found in electronic music. And I used my demo Empty Room for this example because in the chorus, I literally repeat like the full chorus twice. So, when does repetition become too much of a good thing? Don't get me wrong, repetition is a very powerful tool. And like I said in chapter 1, using repetition correctly and not using it all the time can, make your brain feel very happy. But overusing it can sometimes, seem like a lazy gimmick to just be, trendy and popular, just like copy someone else's a formula and apply it to yours. And overdoing repetition can also lead to boredom as well. I know that there have been a lot of songs where I was like, you really could have like where I was thinking that they really could have elaborated more on the concept of their song and not just like repeat the same line over and over and over and over again. But again, it is a choice. Use it to your advantage and not to your disadvantage, But having a balance between repetition and variation is key to keeping your listener engaged for the whole song. So, is repetition in music genius or lazy? Like I said, it's really up to the producer and the consumer. But either way, this is definitely up for debate, and I would love to hear your point of view and what you think about repetition in songs. Yeah, that is all that I have for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All in my